All right, we're ready.
No. You're right here.
The wind, you guys. Is this necessary?
No change.
Awful. No, that is not cute.
Throughout their years in the public eye, the Kardashians and Jenners have had a history of appropriating Black culture. Because the Kardashians and Jenners have failed to recognize that much of their beauty, and therefore popularity, is derived from features natural to women of African descent, the positive body images they send are far from perfect. Kim Kardashian stepped into the spotlight with socialite Paris Hilton in the early 2000s. Standing next to Paris, a waif-like, blonde, blue-eyed beauty standard of the time, Kim was a refreshing break from the mold. However, it was not until Kim's sex tape with R&B star Ray J was released that she and her rear end rose to stardom. Kim's fame is directly correlated to the popularity of big bottoms and curvy figures, seen through the rise in butt and breast augmentations over the last few years. This trend is in many respects healthy, for it normalizes a body type that has historically been deemed as grotesque. However, Black women in particular have been labeled as ugly and fat when they have the very same features as Kim, just with darker skin. This contradiction is what made Kim's strides in body positivity unworthy of praise, for she is simply doing what women of color have for years. Features of African American body types have been discriminated against throughout history. In the 19th century, Sarah Baartman was brought to Europe by a British doctor who displayed her as a freak show exhibition where Europeans could observe her large buttocks under the stage name Hotness Venus. She was displayed in a cage and was half naked, with only a flesh-colored loincloth covering her. Her large buttocks and darker coloring were so different from the average European that she quickly became a hot commodity and was paraded around Europe. The November 2014 cover of Paper magazine showed Kim Kardashian balancing a champagne glass on her protruding bottom. Critics have complained that this image is reminiscent of contemporary drawings of Baartman.
When Kim Kardashian broke the internet with her Paper magazine cover, she wasn't just showing off her large rear end, as we have seen her do time and time again. She was perpetuating the fetishization of Black bodies.
In April of 2016, a viral trend surfaced the internet called the hashtag Kylie Jenner Lip Challenge. The trend began as people attempting to attain Kylie-sized lips would encase their mouths in small glass cups and breathe into the cups, creating air suction aimed at producing thick lips. Kylie was credited for starting this trend of full lips, although big lips are a predominantly African American facial feature, and a feature for which they have historically been critiqued. According to the Journal of Applied Social Psychology, during the 18th and 19th centuries, whites regarded people deriving from African descent as culturally and physically uninvolved and ape-like in appearance. These features that were denounced by whites included the protruding lips that through the Kylie Lip Challenge, teens are currently emulating and mocking. The ridicule that African Americans endured for their lips continued in history through the performance of minstrel shows and cartoons, where performers exaggerated the size of their lips in order to appear comical to their white audience. Today's youth are mimicking the same wide red lips of the racist stereotype of the pickaninny without holding a concrete understanding of the detrimental effect that this causes.
Plastic surgery has increased dramatically over the years. The American Academy of Facial Plastic Surgery and Reconstruction calls the rise in face surgery the Kardashian effect, as they believe millennials have been heavily influenced by celebrities and social media in their decisions to go under the knife or needle. Surgeons have reported that celebrities are now the leading influence in 82% of their decisions to get surgery. This sudden spike in popularity speaks to how the Kardashians have normalized Black body traits in their rise to stardom. Features like a defined buttocks and large lips are suddenly cool and trendy thanks to these stars, despite the fact that Black women have had these traits forever and have only been berated for them. Based on both rumors and confirmed surgeries the family members have undergone, it is estimated that the family surgeries would cost a total of $194,470, including Caitlyn Jenner, formerly known as Bruce, who revealed her gender identity as female to the world in the July 2015 issue of Vanity Fair.
Viewers simply cannot ignore the hair trends the family has popularized. Cornrows, rooting themselves as far back as 500 BC in Nigeria, have been a part of the African culture for thousands of years. Hairstyles in Africa also cover a wide social terrain, religion, kinship, status, etc., which can all be expressed in hairstyle. Other styles, such as Bantu knots, stemming from the Zulu tribes in southern Africa, dreads, and the textured but straightened look have been repeated by the Jenners and Kardashians. Khloe Kardashian recently posted a photo sporting Bantu knots and received backlash due to her caption, Bantu Babe. The Huffington Post discusses how, without addressing where her Bantu knots came from, Khloe turned a hairstyle traditionally looked at by people of privilege as ghetto, unprofessional, and dirty into something chic and trendy. The Kardashian and Jenner girls are not present when it comes to speaking up and out about issues revolving around African Americans. They have all dated, married, and even had children with black men, and somehow the issues their culture faces are not important enough to speak out on. In understanding why the Kardashian and Jenner families' actions are offensive, society must first understand the difference between cultural appropriation and politely and respectfully borrowing from another culture.